Previously.
On Chosen Ones. The fight with Sumi commences, with Brandy and Avayath close behind as they leave Nine and the others to fend off the Guardians that have begun swarming towards the nursery. Both Theo and Brandy succumb to the charming effect of Sumi's sword, but manage to break it before Avayath deals what he thinks is the finishing blow, only for Sumi to reveal her true jabber form. The fight continues, Theo forgetting how to use his Seabow after Sumi uses her spark. Afraid of what else they might forget, Brandy uses his own spark to turn Sumi's off, causing her to cry out in desperation as Shui falls unconscious, being bombarded by the memories Abishu had kept from him all these years, before being teleported into the moon. The Swordsinger finds himself with his blade at the White Rabbit's throat yet again, but manages to regain control before Abishu can strike. The Lightning God tells Shui that they have to kill her in order to get out of the moon, but Shui refuses, instead accepting Winona's offer to grant him a wish. He wishes for both him and Abishu to return to their friends, and the two combine, before being thrust back towards Abselum. Shui reappears in the nursery, Brandy confirming he no longer has his god form and is completely mortal now. The half-elf turns to look towards the now crying Sumi, her own memories also fully restored. She apologizes, but says she doesn't want to give up the Black Heart, in fear of what will happen to Shenkai. Nine brings Shenkai into the cavern, who Shui quickly runs over to hug, the undead man returning the gesture. Shui tries to explain the situation, but Shenkai cuts him off, saying that it's okay, and that he's just happy he got to meet Shui. A keyhole appears in Sumi's chest, and Brandy takes out the key he got from his Olden Tree token, turning the lock to release the music box. As he does so, nets descend upon the party. They narrowly manage to escape, seeing glimpses of the Black Forest above them. They quickly go back to the waterfall, Shenkai falling unconscious as Nine doubles over in pain. Brandy manages to combine the Black Heart with his sword, and learns he has the power to bend fate, at the cost of a great unknown consequence. Shui tells him that he doesn't want them to die, and so Brandy uses his sword, preventing the death of Shenkai and Nine, with no idea what will happen as a result.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. And we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go. On we'll go.
So, Brandy, you just tore open this, basically this rift in reality for a moment, and you see Nine and Shenkai at that start to kind of Shenkai comes to, Nine's wounds start to close, and they have a hand to their chest, and they're just like, that seems to work, whatever you did.
Hold on.
Did you wait? Nothing happens.
I don't believe you.
I don't like how that looked.
Neither did I.
And you see Sumi and Shenkai at that just immediately hug each other, happy to see the other still alive.
Shui's looking gone, with a smile on his face.
And you see Sumi put one arm out and be like, you come here too.
Aww. For a second, he's like, what, me? I mean, he's never really... The only, I guess, I mean, he doesn't know what to do. Okay, anyway, so yeah, he's gonna indulge and hold on, wait, can I? There we go.
Oh, look at them next to each other on the map.
Yeah. So he's gonna go in between them.
Sumi just gives the both of you a big hug.
Oh, I'm so happy.
And Nine stands up and brushes themselves off, and they're like, well, I feel fine, so thank you. The stuff Sumi was saying sounded dangerous.
Yep. Brandy's like hesitantly looking around.
Also, I remember the plan now. I remember the plan that we had about why we went to the capital in the first place.
That's fair.
It was to get that. They point to your sword.
Ah, I see. Well,
I remember that we left with Malik originally. They didn't want to be a part of this, so we had agreed that we would forget that they had said yes, I guess, so I didn't even remember that they came with us.
I see.
Malik can never be lost, and also make it so that they are never found. So they were an obvious choice to pick for a cavern getaway from the capital.
That's good to know.
And I would say all of you have recollections of Malik now being a king at one point. It was something that I would say has mostly been taken out of history books and things like that. But there was, like, knowledge of the fact that this person used to be, someone named Malik used to rule Wick. No knowledge of what they look like. Nine is just like, I guess the Forgotten King is no longer forgotten. Oh, he's going to be mad about that.
We should probably get the hell out of here.
Out of character, I'm worried about seeing Mizuni in my current state.
Yeah, that's fair.
But you're still
Yeah.
You're still a Bishu in there. It's just that you're Shui, you know?
Yeah.
So-
You're not split anymore.
I simply hope she feels the same way.
It's a great question. We'll have to make sure that Sumi and Shinkai don't go in there with you.
Yeah. Yeah, she kind of murdered your dad last time they went in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Also, I know it's Flynn. I know it's fucking Flynn. I know it's Flynn throwing them nets. Sorry.
No, that we were in the Black Forest. That's where they mine for sapphires specifically.
Yeah, on behalf of the kingdom.
No, I mean, that's neither here nor there. I don't know anything about that.
That was over there.
Yeah, it sure was over there.
How do we find Mizuni's lair?
Conscience could find it.
Oh, right.
Oh.
So after Shui and his parents like had that heartfelt moment, he decides that it's about time to go deliver the music box to Mizuni.
As you start to head out, Melrin actually approaches Sumi, and she looks like she is trying to hold back, like, some hidden anger as she goes up to Sumi. And she's just like, I know. I realize you weren't yourself for a while. Does this mean that my family who came here, that they're going to die now because they died here? And Sumi, you see her kind of cock her head a bit, and she's like, Oh, no, none of the Tritons that came here died. Oh, I did hurt them quite a bit, but I've never killed anyone who managed to make it this far. I just sent them on their way. I didn't want to make these caverns overcrowded. And Melrin seems to be staring at her for a long moment. Then why didn't they come back to the kingdom? They might have died outside the caverns after they ran away. They always had a little friend who followed them around that they couldn't seem to see.
Son of a bitch!
I mean, I could see them just fine, but they stayed away from me, so there didn't seem to be any reason to pursue them.
Oh, you could see their friend. Who was their friend?
It better not be.
Another Triton.
I fucking knew it!
They had a sapphire in their forehead.
I cannot believe this bitch been killing all of them.
I know!
The royal advisor, it would seem.
And Melrin's just staring, like, shocked at that.
They sure were waiting for us when we went into the cavern.
Waiting for Melrin. I don't know about us.
Why would Zamas do that? Zamas has served our kingdom for decades. Zamas taught me how to fight.
Probably hates the royals, one reason or another.
But they've always gone out of their way to protect us from outsiders and...
And keep the kingdom the way it was and keep killing your royals over and over again? Your entire family line?
They threw such a fit, though, when my father said that the royals would have to go in instead of the commoners.
I mean, it's a great question. But people can openly lie. Clearly. But that should be made known to your family.
So they are probably just dead then.
Perhaps, or maybe Maybe best case scenario is that they help them get on with another life, but I wouldn't hold your breath.
I had hoped for a moment, when everyone else came back.
We won't know until we confront them.
Right. And she kind of just turns and starts to walk walk behind the group. And you see Essence kind of like awkwardly moving her, like rubbing her hands together, and Miffy puts a hand on her shoulder and is just like, maybe we should give her a minute. Not overcrowd, maybe. And Essence is like, right, okay.
I would also note Brandy would have dismissed his sword. Not to be walking around with the fucking black heart in front of, an entire population of people. Most of which are from the capital, or a lot of which are from the capital right now. Let's give Mizuni this music box and get the hell out of here.
Yeah, I used my spell slot, so I can't teleport us. Sorry.
Brandy will toss Shui the music box.
Awesome. And he calls upon Conscience to lead the way.
And they lead you through the caverns to the same weathered door that you had seen before.
I can't remember. Did you say it was a push door last time? Pull door? I opened the door.
It's pull. Because fire safety.
I'd say probably beforehand, Brandy would just say to the others, like pretty much everybody, and just be like, you all probably should wait out here just in case Mizuni has a fit.
Sumi nods.
Especially you two. Points to Sumi and Shinkai.
They both seem very apprehensive being in this area.
Yeah, I just stuck my neck out for the two of you. So, don't want that getting wasted too quick.
I would prefer not to die again.
Yeah, me too. Let's go. I will follow Shui.
And you continue in, that same familiar sound of crying coming from within. And as you enter, you see that this cavern is now littered with bones. The guardians are gone. And Mizuni is still in the same area. She's no longer in her eel form. She appears to have reverted into a more humanoid form, one that Shui saw when he was in the confessional. And she's just sitting there, and it looks like she's holding one of the skulls that must have belonged to one of the guardians.
So upon entering, Shui expects to see the guardians, but doesn't. So he is looking around for Mizuni because he's also expecting to see Big Eel, and then doesn't. But finds her, and I think he approaches cautiously at first.
She doesn't even acknowledge you.
Oh, good, you're still here. Mizuni?
What do you want?
He looks back at his friends and then walks forward. We found the music box. I have it here.
You see her look up. Eyes brighten for a moment as she seems to recognize it. You got it.
He nods his head. We got it. And, well, I remember everything. The memories that I had when I was Ibishu, and the memories I have as Shui. I remember everything now.
And you're just mortal now.
He does like a little smile, and he's like, you can tell?
I can't see your horns anymore.
Yeah.
Is that what you decided that you wanted to do?
Ibishu and I, we became one. There's no separation between the two of us anymore, I don't think. And so, what I'm about to say, it's coming from him as much as it's coming from me. Sumi and Shunkai. They are my parents. I do see them as such. But you brought me into this world. You did. And you're just as much my parent as they are. And as Master Dashi is. He says, and this is probably like the first time he's really acknowledged that Dashi was like a parental like figure to him, rather than just like his master. So, I don't want us to be on bad terms, okay?
There isn't much of a point anyway. I don't have anything anymore.
No, that's not true. And he's gonna get even closer.
And she, in this form, is smaller. She's actually closer to your height.
Oh, okay. As long as I'm around, you'll always have someone. You'll have me.
And you see her kind of like reach out and very gently put a hand to your face.
What a terrible mother I turned out to be.
He touches her hand with his own. If there's anything that I learned, it's that we all make mistakes. But that doesn't have to define us. We can still change and make things right. Make things better than they were before. I want to try with you. I want to maybe have an actual, like, good relationship with you. If you'll let me.
May I see your blade?
He pulls out the beast blade. Not like unsheaths it, but he has it like, he takes out the sheath and all, and he offers it to her.
So she takes it, and you see her kind of slowly unsheath it as she's looking at the blade, and looks back to you.
I gave you this in hopes that you would come to your senses. It connected you with yourself in a way that I never could. I wish this could have gone much differently. But your sword now has no communication with a god. So.
And you see as she says that, she kind of puts her hand very gently on the blade of the sword. And you see kind of going up it, it kind of has like a streak of blue go up down the middle.
Ooh.
You can have a connection to me instead. It would be harder to talk to you anyway if you were mortal.
He smiles real big at that. And he's like, thank you so much. Thank you. And then I want him to close in on her, give her a hug.
She seems a bit surprised at that at first, but she lets you hug her. And this time, she does hug you back.
You can keep the music box. It was always for you.
Are you sure?
I made it for you, knowing that you were coming into this world. And it was a great comfort, I think, to you, when you were trapped in a place that I couldn't reach. It was supposed to go to you. I hope it can continue to be a comfort.
He smiles. Yeah, I remember being really attached to this. It did help.
I never forgot about you, not for one moment. Even if that's all I was with you for.
Damn, I wish I could say the same about my dad.
On that note, actually, she would be like,
I do not think that your father realizes that you are his son. Your godly father.
You mean...
Varada. He wasn't here when you were born. I never mentioned it to him because, well, you were taken away. He is a god of wrath, and knowing he had the child that was trapped on another plane, he might have... Well, if you think I was upset, it would have been very different.
Yikes. Yeah, Shui looks a little clammy. I'd like to meet him under better circumstances. Just once, but I don't know if he would believe me if I told him that I was his son.
You are mortal now. He probably wouldn't.
Yeah.
He might smite you.
He's kind of scary, huh?
He is the god of wrath and darkness and grief. He wouldn't want a mortal to make a mockery of that and claim to be his child, which he thinks he has none.
Maybe one day I can become someone that he'd be proud of, enough to call his son.
Lofty goals for someone who's just a mortal boy. Sorry,
She seems to correct herself.
a mortal man.
Ah! You bitch! No, you didn't! Wow, that was really good. Stop, hold on, give me a second. I need like 10 seconds.
I'm trying not to cry right now.
Yeah. Like, actually, yeah. Yeah, I may be mortal now, but I think that's my strength, too.
Yeah, sure.
All right.
She's not gonna fully turn a new leaf. Like,
No, absolutely not. It's funny. For a long time, I feel like I can remember Bishu wanting to become a full god again. But for me, I don't think I ever wanted that. Not really. I just want to be here with my friends.
I will take over your domain then. Eventually, someone will come to take your place if you are no longer a god.
Thank you for that. Well, we have to get going. But I'll come and see you again. Or I'll talk to you. Through the sword.
Right. Not too much, please.
He laughs again.
I'm going to be busy cleaning up these caverns for a long time.
One more hug for the road?
Sure.
Aw, I give her a hug.
she takes it. Starting to seem like this is too much physical affection for her, but you know.
She bites you.
And then he backs off, waves at her, returns to Brandy, Theo, Yaya. Look, guys, look! Check out my new sword.
Whoa, very nice looking.
Looks cool.
Look at you.
And like just like that, he gets a little quiet, and he's like, I'm sorry for what I said earlier.
You were upset.
I didn't mean it to come out that way. I just...
Shui, part of growing up and becoming an adult is making big mistakes. It's only natural. And we all aren't perfect either. So, of course I forgive you. As long as you return the favor.
And besides, I think I can speak for all of us. We weren't too worried, because I knew you'd turn it around.
Mizuni again just speaks up.
I will release this kingdom from its contract with me. Unless they want to remain my warlocks, they will not be required to stay here anymore.
I think they'll appreciate that.
As long as they don't start asking for things needlessly.
Kingdom of Warlocks. Interesting.
No, I do recall Titus being a warlock.
Yeah,
That's true.
That's right.
Dang.
Maybe they'll start fixing up your temple again.
Maybe.
Regardless, I'm sure they will appreciate the option. It's very kind of you.
I'm not very much living up to my name of being an evil goddess today, am I?
Thank you very much for that.
Well, everybody can have a change of face.
I think you're living up to a better name now.
And she just gently kind of puts the skull down that was in her lap next to her.
Like I said, I have a lot of cleaning up to do. I'll see you again later.
We'll be sure to leave you to it.
Very well. See you around.
She just looks to you, Shui, before you leave.
You can come to visit every now and again if you would like. You will be allowed entry. You are my son.
Oh! Damn, bitch. I got 2 sets of parents. How about you?
I got one.
I got a rock.
I don't know what the fuck happened to my other parents. I'm sure that's not relevant at all. I hope to God it's not relevant.
I have my auntie.
Yeah.
My auntie and my uncle.
I choose to forget about the other ones.
Yeah. Who are they anyway?
I have great parents!
You should be jealous of my parents.
My parents are great.
And then you guys exit, and I will not force you to roll continuously. It does take you guys a long time to find your way out.
Another small room? Are you fucking kidding me? Damn, so many damn small rooms in this place.
I think it's taking us longer to get out than it did to get in.
So you guys go, and it takes you a long time to find your way out of these caverns. And as you finally exit the entrance, again, there are no guardians anywhere. In fact, it is very oddly still. It is still in the middle of the night, but from the distance that you are at, you can see that the city is completely still. The kingdom, it doesn't look like anyone is moving around at first glance.
Uh-oh.
And then you start to hear screaming.
Well, that doesn't sound good.
I wonder what that is.
Oh.
You hear screaming, and you can see immediately, it looks like even from this distance, a wave of tritons have started to swim upwards towards the surface. And as they do so, you see coming from up above, it looks like things are diving into the water.
The jabbers.
No! No way! Stop! The ones that were on the shore?
They were waiting.
Even from this distance, it does appear that you can make out the silhouettes of jabbers.
Fucked up!
And as those citizens are trying to swim up to exit Looking Glass, they are being forced back down by these jabbers.
No fucking way. Okay, hello?
What the hell do we do?
Where is Titus? Why are you playing? Make them choke.
You guys swim as fast as you can into the kingdom, Melrin leading the way especially, and she's just like, what is happening? Why is everyone up in the middle of the night? What are those creatures?
They're jabbers. They're very dangerous creatures.
And you guys go out into the streets, and you can immediately see that there are jabbers everywhere within these streets, and they seem to be forcing people to stay indoors. Anyone who tries to leave is essentially forced back into their homes immediately.
What the hell are they doing?
Stop! What are you doing?
You see several heads whip towards you. Melrin is just like, there are far too many of them. We need to get to the castle immediately. Titus, my mother, the other royals are there too. But I don't know what's happening.
We need to go.
If there's so many of us, let's divide, maybe. There's so fucking many NPCs here.
I don't know if we can just leave the townspeople alone like this.
Does it look like they're being, harmed, or are they just being forced into their, inside?
It appears that those who are not complying are being actively, beat up. 9 looks at this and is just like, Essence, Miffy, we made a good team earlier. And Miffy and Essence are like, we didn't do anything. 9 just looks to all of you and is just like, anyone who wants to stay with me, stay with me. Anyone who wants to keep going to the castle or whatever, keep going. We can take care of a kingdom of jabbers. That's easy, right?
Sure.
Just another day for the 11 or 12 or 13 or whatever we're at, they say, and they start running forward into the crowd.
Oh my god. Yeah, what the hell are we doing?
Melrin would, at that, have just started to beeline towards the castle. I will say Sumi and Shenkai, considering they just were reunited with their son, are staying with you.
Understandable. Would that have counted as a short rest going back to the going through?
Yes, I will allow that as a short rest.
Awesome. Good to know. Getting all my spells back.
We have to make sure Titus is okay. Especially if he's there with the royal advisor.
Yeah. That's why we came here in the first place.
He was cooped up in the tower the last time we left.
Well, we gotta hurry up then. Let's go.
And you approach the entrance, and you can see immediately it has been swarmed with jabbers.
Look at these fucking freaks.
Ugh.
And you can also see this kind of like murky blackness below in like this crevice, because it's not like a moat because you're underwater already, but it's almost like this crevice in the floor has been filled with like the more liquidy version of the moss that you've seen before.
Oh god.
Oh.
This is a fucking nightmare.
And Melrin looks to all of you and is just like, there's so many of them. Can you just go ahead and maybe get Titus? I can stay here. We just need to get past these two, right? And then we can... She's like trying to figure out basically how to maneuver this so we all get through as fast as possible.
Where's Titus in comparison to here?
This is the front gate of the castle, so he would have been further inside of a tower.
Let's try this. Brandy will cast Gravity Sinkhole on the jabbers.
I was literally about to do the same thing.
Yeah!
Can you both do it?
Brandy will cast Gravity Sinkhole here. So both of them need to make Constitution saving throws.
8?
Fail.
12.
Yeah, they get sucked. They get sucked over here into the fucking goo.
You see them both just get pulled full force into the goop, which you see as they fall into it, literally encompasses them and seems to consume them and pull them inside.
Terrifying. I won't bother rolling damage. Brandy will just then look to everyone and just be like, all right, let's go.
So PCs roll athletics to continue across the bridge.
18.
Haha, my athletics recently went down for some reason.
Oops.
Fuck, I got a
6.
nat 1. I got a nat... Oh, wait, nat 1.
Nat 1's become
Nat-
nat 20s.
Nat 20. I got a nat 20.
Theo's trailing behind.
Is that only once per short or long rest though, or is that...
It doesn't say.
Oh, okay. Then I'll let it slide then.
Yeah.
I will say with that's 3 of 4 successes. So I will say with that is enough for you all to continue forward across the moat.
Hell yeah.
They are definitely going to be trying to pursue you, just as a heads up. But you make it across into the next area, which you can see now that you are inside. There's kind of like this underwater like coral garden that you're in. But Melrin is just running right past it and is trying to go to the main tower. And you can see as she runs up to it and she very quickly swims up to look inside, you hear her kind of calling out for Titus, and doesn't seem like there is any sort of response at that. And she quickly swims back down to your group and is like, he's not in there.
Where the hell's Titus?
Maybe he noticed the commotion.
Cast something to Miffy?
I'm gonna call Titus first.
Good idea.
Cast sending to Titus. Titus, where the hell are you? We're looking for you. We're here. There's jabbers everywhere. Where have you gone?
Throne room, help.
He's in the throne room. He needs help.
Let's go.
Rush, rush, rush.
Follows Melrin.
Yeah. Who is definitely leading the way. It takes you a while to kind of run through all the different rooms within the castle to finally reach the throne room. And when you do and you come in, you can see it has been just pretty much demolished and destroyed. Like there was clearly some kind of big fight here, not even like moments ago. And as you come in, you see Flynn currently sitting in the
throne,
actual,
isn't he?
yeah, in the throne.
You fucking
I absolutely do.
bitch! Go fuck yourself! Oh my god!
And you can see next to him, kind of like kneeling down with like chains behind his back, you can see Titus, who is right next to him, and Flynn seems fine.
He gets on my fucking nerves.
On my fucking nerves!
You see as you all come in, and Titus it just looks up and is like, Melrin, and then Flynn like puts a foot to his back and like pushes him down, and looks to you all and is like, welcome back to the start of a new world, everyone. We had to get the show moving while Zamas said you were all preoccupied.
You son of a bitch.
You see at that, the royal advisor kind of flicker back into view, like next to Flynn, and Flynn just be like, shocked to say that your timing, impeccable. We just about weeded down the royals enough for a takeover. It took a few decades, but considering how hard it is to get into this kingdom, slow and steady wins the war.
I knew you were up to no good.
You piece of shit. The hell's the point of all this? It's needless.
Well, this kingdom likes to restrict access to the caverns, which we kind of need access to.
For what?
We were actually trying to get something that I think all of you might have actually just come into possession of. If I could just grab that, maybe.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I've received reports from my men that you probably do.
Interesting.
Yeah, well, he kind of like puts his hands up a little bit at that. What can you do?
Tell you what, how about you hand over Titus, and you can fuck yourself.
I don't like that very much, he says, like in response. Melrin has kind of rushed forward a bit at that. Not like super close, but seeing like Zamas pop up, she's just like, what are you doing? Why are you working with the capital? And Zamas kind of turns to her darkly and is just like, a kingdom is only as strong as its rulers. Your father had the bright idea to send royals after our initial efforts failed to appease the masses. He went against my advice. That is my job? To provide insight? I am the royal advisor.
You're looking like the royal jester about now.
And you see his head snap towards you, and then snap back towards Melrin. If your family line was truly deserving of the title of royalty, they wouldn't have died so easily.
Get up.
And Melrin at that is like whipping out her trident, like...
I know that's right.
Flynn is just like, so I don't suppose you're going to just give it over then?
Doesn't seem like it, does it?
I don't think I could take all of you on.
I don't think you could take one of us on. You string bean looking motherfucker.
Tight smile.
What's the point of this then? To take over this kingdom for...
Apparently no reason if you already got it. Well, that's unfortunate.
So why don't you leave? Why don't you have them all leave?
Well, we're already here, and the caverns would still be nice to have. We'll figure out the little issue of getting lost soon enough. Zamas also seems to have been waiting and looking at Flynn, like to give the go-ahead of what they're supposed to do next. Well, I do have to go then. I'm so incredibly sorry. And Zamas seems like very surprised, and it's just like, what do you mean you have to go? You said you'd dispatch your men into the caverns to take care of the goddess problem that we have? And Flynn looks to you, Shui, specifically, and says, just remember, whenever anything bad happens from now on, you could have stopped it. And then Flynn smashes his hand into Zamas' head, and you see the black sapphire go literally into his face from the force, and he starts to scream. And then he looks back to you, Shui, like he's waiting to see if you'll do anything, and then he's just like, well, okay. I have places to be then. So Zamas will take one for the team here, and he's going to teleport.
Counterspell.
Counterspell?
Am I within range? Oh, please tell me I'm within
Yeah, you're
range.
within 60 feet.
Yes, I am! Counterspell. Oh, please, don't fail this, Brandy.
It's a 7th level spell.
Roll above a 17. Because I want to watch this dude get torn apart by a jabber. Come on. Yes! Yes, that's a 21!
So he tries to cast that, and it seems like it fails. And he's just like, oh, I really didn't want to get my hands dirty today. Oh, this is so unfortunate. As Zamas is just screaming, and he looks over to all of you, and he just kind of cocks his head, and he's just like, it would be a shame if you didn't find out where the queen was.
Fuck this dude.
I mean, if Shui cared enough about Zamas, he might have tried to use a spark.
I mean, yeah, I don't give a fuck about Glamorous. Fuck him.
You can see Zamas, still writhing in pain, seems to suddenly, from his head outward, you see a bunch of that black moss just explode from his head pretty much and slowly go over his entire body as he is just screaming and appears next to Flynn and Titus.
Ooh.
With just that inky blackness just exploding out from his forehead. And for his first turn, he looks to Flynn, very angry, like...
Yeah! That's right! Fuck him up!
And Flynn just stands there and does not move as Zamas hits him.
Yeah.
Zamas did hit on that first attack, so he's going to take 12 damage as Zamas just rakes at him with his claws. He's fucking pissed, so he's gonna multi-attack.
Tear him apart.
Yeah.
Kill him.
That one misses, and that one also hits. That one is 10, as he bites him at that. And Flynn literally just stands there as he is bitten and doesn't seem to move. In fact, he just seems to be annoyed, and he's just like, oh, this is just holding me up for nothing, really. And it is Flynn's turn. Disengage. He's gonna go over here. He's gonna try and teleport again.
Counterspell again.
Okay, go for it.
Do good again, Brandy. Come on. Please.
Fuck no! Yikes!
Ripperoni.
Natural 1. Fuck.
And at that, you see Flynn look at you and wink, and he's just like, I wasn't actually here anyway. And then he vanishes.
I hate that man.
I can't wait to wring his fucking neck. Titus, get over here now.
He is chained, like, behind his back. He is, like, you can see now he's chained to the wall.
Never mind, I see that. We'll come to you.
He looks up to you, and you see when he looks up, his eyes are closed, and he's just like, I'm stuck. Like,
Yeah, we'll come to you.
Well, if we do, you might choke.
Well, I'm the best person to go over there.
Yeah, you saw Zamros also didn't choke.
Oh, maybe.
They did have a big fight just now.
Yeah.
Wait, Titus, if we get close to you, won't your spark affect us?
It's different now. I have to look at you.
Ah, that's why his eyeball's closed.
Well, we'll get to you right away.
Yeah, we're on our way. Don't you worry.
I'm gonna run up on this jabber.
Did you run along the column?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. He ran
Hell
across one and then jumped onto the other and ran over.
Yeah.
So to hit, that'll be 30.
Jesus fucking Christ.
It was 19 plus 11.
The lightning now is a mix of, like, bright red and blue when you hit with it.
Ew.
Oh, cool. I'm going to, because we took a short rest, I get my Bardic Inspiration dice back, my D12s, so I'm gonna cast Defensive Flourish. 19 lightning damage, and then for my D12, that is 10, so an additional 10 lightning damage. Can I use my, like, my extra attack to attack the chains?
If you want.
Okay, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna try to get Titus free. So that's 11 plus 11, 22 on those chains.
You can go ahead and roll damage. They do have an HP.
Not natural 20 lightning. I don't know why I said that. 20 lightning.
Non-natural 20 lightning.
Gotcha. I will say with that, you free one of Titus's hands.
Okay.
And you see for a brief moment at that, he almost starts to just, like, open his eyes and then, like, quickly, like, looks away from you. Like.
And that'll be my turn. Yeah, that'll be it.
So it will be Milrin's turn now. And she is gonna run right up and try and free Titus. Her first attack, she fucking missed. She's nervous.
Come on, Melrin. They can do it.
The second attack, she did hit, yeah. And she uses her Triton, so that's gonna be, wow, 5. It's okay, she has a third attack. And that misses.
Oh
She's like
come on.
desperately trying. Her issue is she's using the Triton right, and when she, like, tries to hit it, it's like going between the gaps on her Triton. And she's like, for goodness sake, like. And it will be Brandy's turn then. She wasted all 3 of her attacks on that.
You did your best. Alright. It's my turn. I'm very specifically not using my sword this combat because I don't trust that when I summon it, it won't kill me instantly. So, instead, what we're gonna do is I'm going to, you know what? I'm gonna try and make this easy on us. I will go 5, 10, 15. I'm gonna give Shui a mana potion. I have 1 left. I give Shui a mana potion and say, drink that and regain your spell slots. You can teleport us out, right?
He nods. I don't know how the mana potions work.
Well, I'm gonna tell you.
Okay, cool.
You drink it, and it gives you 1d4 plus 1 spell slots back after drinking it. You can get at least 1 spell slot back, preferably your teleport spell slots. So
I can choose which one?
Yes.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was like, okay, got it.
Just remember, you do have NPCs out in the city still.
That's fair. That's fair.
I also don't know if Shui's teleport can teleport all of you.
You can teleport a lot of us. I mean, if anything, worst case scenario, I can do something. I give Shui that, and then I'm gonna cast Eldritch Blast. Pew, 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 pew. 23.
23 does hit, yes.
Okay, 20 to hit.
No.
No? Okay. And that okay, so I only hit 1. Awesome. Well, 14 force damage. And that's my turn.
It is... Oh, I skipped Titus's turn, didn't I?
I guess so.
Briefly going backwards, Titus is going to try and get out of that last handcuff after Melrin assisted.
Quote unquote.
Dude, he nat 1. Are you fucking kidding me, Titus?
Yeah.
His eyes are closed.
What? He's not David Blaine. It's handcuffs. What do you expect? He can't just magically take them off.
He's distraught right now. Everyone's distraught. It's Theo's turn.
Everyone's having a bad time.
Theo has bonus action for dashing, so he'll do that. He knows how to use his C-bow again, so he'll use that on the chains. So Theo points at it and says, "Watch your hands, I'm gonna shoot." 21.
Yeah, that'll hit it.
And there are people next to it, so you get your sneak attack, and you get... and it's under its max HP, so you also get your Hunter's Conclave, and also...
God. Normal damage is 9.
He manages to tug the other one off, and kind of just in the general area of where you are is like, thank you.
Let's get you out of here. But he will aim at the jabber for his second attack.
15 does not hit.
And that's it.
He's going to use a legendary action.
Oh, boy.
Anyone within 10 feet of him, so Shui, Titus, and Brandy, will need to make a intelligence saving throw.
Awesome. Cool of you.
I think everybody's in 10 feet of him.
Oh, yeah. He's a big token.
Yeah.
Yep.
So Melrin and Theo as well. I did not know you were going to do stuff today, Ripley. This was not a targeted attack at you.
This is a targeted attack against me. Awesome. Let's see. Natural 20.
Nice.
Wow,
Good.
Brandy! Good job,
That was
bud.
very
That's
good.
an 18. I bet it still fails.
17.
18.
Gotcha. And Titus got a 19, and Melrin got a 5. So until the end of your next long rest, Theo and Melrin, your intelligence score decreases by 1.
Got a little dumber.
As he screams.
Although I don't actually lose my mod because I am at 16, so.
Uh-huh.
The thing about this that you need to be careful of is if you hit 0, you die.
Yeah, so Theo's good. Shui's got an 8 in intelligence, so.
And it is Sumi's turn. So she's going to dash up to here. And that's all she can do on her turn. It is Avayath's turn.
Alright, Avayath is going to use his spark to fly on over to here. And that's his whole turn.
Yeah, we're just moving.
Yeah, he lands on one knee, holds his shield out in front of Titus, and he's like, "Stay behind me."
Where are you?
Oh, right. Don't worry about that.
And Shenkai also is going to use his whole movement. Get right on up there. We're all just gonna tag team this guy now.
Yeah, they're just gonna screech and we're all gonna get dumber.
And that is the end of Shenkai's turn. So it is now Zamas' turn. And yep, he's gonna scream again. And now everyone's within range and needs to make an intelligence saving throw.
Everybody gets a +5.
Thank God.
That's not gonna save me.
Well, I failed it.
Oh, nat 1!
Oh no.
What the fuck?
16.
10.
Okay, so anyone who got below an 18, your intelligence score is decreased by 1 until the end of your next long rest.
Doesn't change anything for me.
And now he's going to multi-attack. So he's going to try and get you, Shui, because you're the closest to him. 23?
Does not hit.
Okay. 21, I assume, also does not hit.
Nope.
30. So
Yeah, that hits. His AC was up to 27. Actually, wait. So, silvery barbs, I can use that on... I'm gonna use that. I don't want to get hit right now.
So what does that do?
It just makes you reroll.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
you roll with disadvantage.
29.
Yeah, it hits. And I can turn that into advantage for... Okay, yeah. I'm gonna give myself advantage. How much damage?
20 slashing.
Damn.
Or piercing, because that was the bite that hit you.
Okay, got it.
20 piercing. That will be the end of Zamras's turn. So we are back to Shui.
9 plus 11, so not natural 20.
That does not hit.
Cool, I roll again. 10 plus 11, 21.
That does hit.
So their AC is 21. Fucked up of you. That's just brutal.
My thought process for this one was literally just, he was a wizard and so full of himself, so his jabber form is like really hard to hit.
That's funny. I'm glad he's not turning invisible. So for damage, 19 lightning, and I am going to Blade Flourish. I'm going to do Defensive Flourish again because I like that. 6! So that's an extra 6 lightning damage that I add to my AC. And I'm gonna Bardically Inspire I'll do it for Brandy because he seems like he might need it.
Okay. All right.
Anything else on your turn?
No, that'll be it.
All right, and at that, you hear Titus kind of near Melrin be like, could you just point like at the general, or like move my head? Kind of like moves Titus's head, and when he like opens his eyes, he very briefly looks at you by accident, Shui, and you are just like, yeah, like, but he quickly like looks away from you, and he looks at Zamros, who has to now make a con save. That is a natural one.
Again, another one.
This is, after he updated his spark, is way more fucked up, so.
His lungs explode.
It's gonna be 41 damage.
Damn.
Oh.
And then immediately Titus is like, okay, and like closes his eyes. Like, and that is his turn. And now it is Melrin's turn. Try and weasel her way through everyone. She's gonna use her 3 attacks now. That's a miss. That's a miss. There we go. One of them hit at least. 10 damage. She's doing her best. She's very hard to hit. It is Brandy's turn though.
Eldritch Blast. First, bonus action, I'm going to cast Spirit Shroud. I'm going to just turn this man to goo, is my plan.
Okay.
28, 29, 21. So 3 of them hit. This is about to be very bad. So that's going to be 85 damage.
Oh boy.
Brandy's just like, I have had the worst fucking day. Just die for me. And then just fires them all off at him. So yeah, 85, that is force and radiant damage.
He is bloodied now, and as you fire that off, you see almost like dripping from his face, those like tendrils and things kind of starting to drip down.
Awesome. And that is Brandy's turn.
And he's gonna Psychic Scream at that.
Okay.
If everyone wants to make an intelligence saving throw.
I really don't.
What if instead I shut his spark off?
I don't know if you can do that though.
Once per short or long rest.
Oh, yeah, I guess you can try, yeah.
No! First time it's failed! Brandy tries and then fails. Fuck. Oh man, that sucks.
Time to try to use my brain. Whee!
Oh my god. I have disadvantage.
17. Wait, I'm with the Avayath. That's +5.
So anyone who got an 18 and above, you are good. Anyone who got below an 18, you need to subtract 1 from your intelligence.
I really gotta get out of here.
I think my brain's hemorrhaging. Fuck. I think I'm having an aneurysm.
We have to go.
I gotta get the fuck out of here.
Oh. At 6 intelligence, I don't think he understands how to speak anymore.
Yes, he does. Shut up.
That's animal intelligence, isn't it?
No, it's way lower than that. Are you kidding me? No, he's fine. Come on now.
No, he just feels like mumbling.
It is Theo's turn.
Theo says to Titus, you have a lot of good range attacks, right?
Yes, I just have to open my eyes for that.
Okay, we should leave then.
Yeah, we gotta get the hell out of here.
Oh, I forgot to roll for... Sorry. Melrin failed. Titus failed. Shenkai succeeded. And Sumi succeeded.
Wow.
Theo will do bonus action dash so that they can just move as far away as possible.
You just pull him away and he's like, oh.
Just gotta get you away from that screaming. I won't go far. And he will just aim and shooty at the jabber. 31.
That hits.
Finally something good. So 32. And then he'll do his second shot.
I'm just gonna say this just for funsies. It's been a long session. His health is 69. Okay, sorry.
Nice.
Theo aims 30 again. Very
Nice. Got it.
Gonna roll all that again.
That's 15.
Is that everything on your turn?
Yes.
It is Sumi's turn then. She is finally within range that she can actually hit him now.
Carve him apart.
First attack, 21, so that one will hit. Second attack, 27, so both of her attacks will hit.
Yeah.
18 damage.
Nice.
And then he has to make a charisma saving throw.
Forget how to breathe, idiot.
Oh, she's not using her spark, she's using her sword.
Oh. Whatever.
Her spark is different from her sword. And he doesn't need to roll the second one because he failed the first one, so until the end of his next turn, he is considered friendly to you, or he is charmed.
Good.
Oh, nice.
But if you hit him, he will get to roll again.
Gotcha.
So it is Avayath's turn. At the very least, he can't use his scream against you right now, so.
As long as I don't hit him, right? I could use my glamour llama wool.
Uh-huh.
Well, now you pulling that out.
Do that.
You can blind a foe, choose one creature that you can see within range.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not attacking.
Yeah, I think I can just, I don't see why not.
Look at my cool shirt!
He just pulls out his scarf and is like, look at this! He's gotta make a con save.
17?
Oh, it's 16 for the scarf.
Ah, dang it.
Oops.
It's just like, oh.
It's close.
Whoops. Well, there's my action.
It is Shenkai's turn. He's just gonna power word stun him.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do. Thanks.
So he power word stuns him. It just looks at him and is like, stay still. And he does. And you see Sumi give Shenkai like an eye bat, like eyelash bat, like she thought that was cool. Like, you know.
That was so
Exactly
hot.
what Theo does to Brandy. Exactly what Theo does to Brandy.
And it is Zamros's turn, and he considers Sumi friendly and cannot attack her. And his power word stunned, so he can roll another con save on his turn. Nope, he failed that. It is Shui's turn.
I'm going to attack. Because even if we were to leave, like, he'd just be like loose in the kingdom. Dude, he automatically fails like strength and stuff, right?
Strength and dex, yeah.
So I'm gonna cast lightning bolt.
Gotcha.
It's 5 feet wide, so I'm just gonna angle it so it doesn't hit Melrin. I like weave my sword in front of me as like I'm charging up this electrical energy, and I shoot it forward. It has to make a dexterity saving throw, and it automatically fails. So it's gonna take this full damage.
Here we go.
8d6 lightning damage. Cassie, can I use my thingy, my lightning lash thingy?
Yes. I didn't take anything away from your beast blade.
Okay, cool.
So what's the lightning lash?
Oh, lightning lash. Once per short or long rest, I can add lightning damage equal to my level on a hit.
Damn.
So how much altogether?
50 lightning damage.
How do you want to do this?
Oh, I want to like, given like the angle I'm at, I want to like blast so that like half his body comes off, like loses an arm and like, you know, and stuff like that. Like it sizzles.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I like the little ear right there, the little fin thing right there. Gone.
So as you do that, you can kind of see he is still like underneath the goop, but that just dead. Like,
Fuck yeah. Take our advice and stay dead. So we killed that fool?
you did. You are out of this combat. So what's your next move?
We need to meet up with 9, Essence, and Miffy. Shui, drink that potion that I gave you.
Gulp, gulp.
And Melrin is like looking at you and she's just like, what about all the people here? And Titus puts a hand on her shoulder and it's just like, we have to come back. And he still has his eyes closed. What about everyone else? What about our family? And he just very slowly shakes his head no.
Yeah, I figured.
But what he said about Mom?
And he kind of seems like he's trying to figure out how exactly to say this. He had some kind of spark. He called it body double. That wasn't him in the room. That was Mom.
Damn.
And she looks so confused by that.
What do you mean that was Mom? I don't know. She suddenly looked like him, and then the real him went away, and he stayed. I don't know.
I'm really sorry about all this, but we really gotta go. Shui, your teleport spell, how many people can it take?
I think 8.
And there are 12 of us. We can take you and 8 people. I have a spell, and I need to go somewhere anyway. We're gonna have to split up for at least a little bit.
I haven't used the part of my spark where I can teleport to Brandy yet. If Brandy wants to take someone...
Well, I'm going to see the magic man, hopefully. That's the plan, at least. And I don't know that anybody else here really fits the bill, except for the people I've been traveling with. I don't know anybody else who really knows the magic man, or anything about him. So, preferably it'd be my party, but, you know, it's up to y'all.
Then I guess I'll go with you.
Well, that's what's best.
You and Theo will come with me.
That works for me, I guess.
Well, we gotta find the others first, right?
I would say it's not that hard. 9 is very loud.
Yep.
It's very easy to find where 9 is. They're just like, that was another one. Are you keeping track? Like, and Essence is like, stop running so fast.
9, Essence, Miffy, over here.
Oh, thank goodness, says Essence as she's running up.
We're teleporting you out of here.
Titus, you're okay? And you see him bristle, hearing her voice.
She's better now, Titus. Trust us.
She's not merged anymore, so she's nicer. Anyways.
Should we head on back to the compound, and hopefully the 3 of us will meet up with you real soon, alright?
He nods his head,
Real proud of you.
smiles at that, and he's like, stay safe, guys.
We'll meet up soon, alright? Stay alive for us.
I was wondering if that to hold hands, but I guess not. No,
You could.
We could.
Just do it anyway.
I like to say that you do, because it's more fun.
Okay, yeah, we
Yeah.
hold hands.
Yeah, you see Sumi and Shenkai both take one of your hands, and the other group members gather around, and you teleport away.
And then Brandy will look to Avayath and Theo. Just be like, alright, y'all ready to get going?
I'm ready to permanently walk on solid ground.
Yeah, me too. I'm waterlogged to shit. I'm about to look like a raisin once we get out of here.
Let's do this.
Let's take hands, everyone.
Not all cracking jokes when there's carnage around you.
Everybody's dying. Whee!
A little levity
Anyway.
against it, you know?
Before I cast Plane Shift, I will cast Sending to the Magic Man and be like, heads up, making the impromptu stop. I got your heart. See you in a minute.
Special delivery.
Special delivery. And then I cast Plane Shift to the Magic Man's office.
Yo, wait a minute.
What did you say?
Wait a minute. Wait, so it just like clicked. You know what I mean? It just clicked that the reason why Miffy was getting 2 readings was because
Exactly, because it was
Yeah.
right
mhm.
above
I also
you.
was thinking about that.
Yeah,
earlier.
yeah. Okay, got
It's not actually in 2, Mr. Magic Man. Don't worry.
it.
And at that, Avayath, Brandy, and Theo all... You appear in the Magic Man's study. And you can see he is currently standing in front of the fireplace. It seems like he just got your message, Brandy. And then he kind of picks up the fire poker, puts it over one shoulder, and he looks specifically at you, Brandy, and he's just like,
We have to clean up a very big mess.
You think I'll still be here?
Fuck you, fuck this fucking game.
I feel like there's stuff about this that I don't know.
What do you mean it's your fault?
Where is the point that it's unforgivable?
Would you like to have everything you've ever wanted?
Well, we've come to the end of yet another season. I want to start off by thanking our patrons, all of which at this point have been supporting the show off and on for years. MeltiMoon, JokerDino, Travis, Alyx, Solana, EpiAureum, Homunculus, Derelictus, Angelic Dragon, Bubby, Zab, Z.Gutz, and Mr. Bakudan. As well as many people in our description. Don't think I've forgotten about you just because I don't say your name. And of course, everyone who's given one-off donations as well, thank you so much. As a reminder, this show is a labor of love and passion from those involved, and I will admit, a lot of stubbornness on my part, and it's thanks to those of you watching that it has continued to be created. If you've got a friend who might be interested or a place to recommend us, it really does help us out. I've started focusing my efforts on making the show instead of promoting the show, so any help on that front is always appreciated. I also want you to know I read every comment, review, every message, every email that we get, and even share them with the cast so they can see how much this show means to so many of you. And I greatly appreciate everyone who has been patient this season. I know the delays have become more apparent, but they've allowed me much needed time to continue to make this show the way that I want to, while still having breathing room to do things outside of just making the show. And despite those delays, I feel like Season 4 ended up being what I personally feel was our best season yet. And many of you agree based on the new favorite scenes and episodes. But if I can lift the modesty even more for a moment, I truly think the next season will be even better, as long as you continue to extend that patience. We are at a point in time where stories like these that showcase queer identities are incredibly important. And even as life gets harder, we press on to normalize what is a nuanced yet normal part of the human experience. People are complex, and it's impossible to showcase all of that complexity in just a D&D campaign with 5 people. But if we've made even one queer person feel more seen or understood, then fuck it. I'm glad we made it. We'll see you soon for our final, longest, and wildest season yet. So keep a lookout for the fundraiser we'll be starting to help support the production of the new animated opening, as it will be your last chance to get certain perks for this campaign. And until next time, fellow Sparks, thanks for being here.